Minister of Ethiopia, Dr. Abiy Ahmed, and First Lady Zinashta Yacho have arrived in Kigali, Rwanda, to attend genocide commemoration. More world leaders have arrived in Rwanda ahead of its genocide commemoration. Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari and Belgian Prime Minister Charles Michel arrived in Kigali on Sunday ahead of the event that to mark 25 years since Rwanda experienced the genocide. President of the Republic of Congo, Denis Sassou Nguesso, and the Governor General of Canada have also arrived in the East African country. Sunday's event has been led by President Paul Kagame, who has been hailed for his leadership in ending the genocide and leading the country on a path of recovery and reconciliation. The 1994 genocide killed more than 1 million people and displaced millions more over a period of 100 days. The leaders are expected to visit the Kigali Genocide Memorial, where more than 250,000 Rwandans were laid to rest after the genocide. President Kagame is expected to hold bilateral talks with the visiting leaders on the sidelines of the commemoration. Rwanda currently enjoys political stability, a fact that is a credit for its economic, technological, and infrastructural growth. While it has been 25 years since the deadly genocide, Rwanda's leadership is keen to ensure the memories of the tragedy are not just swept away, but are used as points of reference, reiterating the importance of peace and ethnic tolerance among citizens. For one thing, around 60% of Rwanda's population has been born since the genocide ended. This number only relies on history books, genocide memorial centers, and events such as the April 7 commemoration to know how far their country has progressed in 25 years. Through the 25 years, the country has journeyed through a path of reconciliation and building, setting the tone of unity of purpose. This has thus enabled Rwanda to make various achievements, including being Africa's leader in women's representation in governance, attracting foreign investments, having one of Africa's cleanest cities, among many others. 10 months ago, President Paul Kagame visited Ethiopia, where Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has welcomed him.
Residents of Nakamti town said the measures being taken to stop legal construction in several towns should be continued. Relevant discussion was held with residents of the town on how to stop legal construction. It is Olkwandumu for the story.
The Oromo Regional State Administration has strongly sustained its measures on legal house constructions across the regional state. Accordingly, Nakamti Town Administration has organized a panel discussion aimed at ensuring rule of law and controlling illegal house construction. The panel was held with the attendance of religious leaders, the youth, residents of the town, and other stakeholders. Participants of the discussion have raised several questions on land management and illegal house constructions of the town. Brokers are benefiting much billion if one person constructs one illegal house and the government ordered to demolish the construction, the owner of the house will be affected. All should work on fighting those brokers. I have an illegal house and I can demolish it, but there are many poor individuals who have no option to live in. So what alternatives are provided for them from the government? Mayor of Nakamti Town Administration Bogale Shuma has reacted on the participants' comments. Although the residents are poor, the house is not constructed by them. There is no poor who can construct any illegal houses. This illegal construction have been displacing the Oromo people from its home and property for many years. The residents also said the construction of these illegal houses are affecting the plan of their town and displacing the nearby community. The construction of those illegal houses are affecting our town plan. It is a deliberate act. We can't deny this fact. Rule of law should be respected. We all are governed under the rule of law, so the standard measure should be sustained. Mayor of Nakamti Town Administration Bogala Shuma also said the town administration will strongly work to stop the construction of illegal houses within the town. Oromoon kanaan duras tooftaadhaan kan magaalaa keessaa ba'e. Many fake programs were attached to the Oromo people for years. They used to display the community with their development agenda. From those programs, land grabbing is the most successful operation for them. This should be stopped at any time. Head of Youth and Land Management of Nakamti Town, Yusuf Kalbisa, for his part, noted that many works have been underway to control and take measures upon illegal house construction in the town.
The youth in Matu town of Oromia region have promised to support and discuss the sweeping reform started in the country. It is Fukadu Brano for the story.
Youth of Matu town said they have been supporting the reforms through participating on different social activities. Before a year, there were complaints on the government. Today, we are supporting the started reforms by participating on activities like cleaning road and helping others. Before 1 year, there was great struggle to get our freedom. Now we have got freedom. The freedom has been brought by the youth and the reforms leaders. So we have been supporting them with great commitment. They add that they have seen a great success in the past 1 year and express their readiness to sustain the ever-started changes. We, the youth, should stand on the side of our Prime Minister to repeat what was politically gained by economy. All of our need cannot fulfill within a short period of time. It takes time, so we should wait for it with great patience. The youth of this town support the started reforms. We promised to do so. Mayor of Matu town, Albesa Tolera, for his part, underscored that Oromo people was in dark situation in the past years, but the future looks very bright now. We were in dark era for many years. However, Kobe generation has played a great role to bring this change. So Oromo has been celebrating its first year of freedom now.
Residents of Sasiga district of East Walaga zone witnessed that the road access they have gained have solved their chronic socio-economic problems. Onuma more.
Residents of Sasiga district of East Walaga zone said that they had been suffering from problem of road access, but now their problem is solved. Previously, it was very difficult to take patients to health centers because there was no road. Now, our problem in terms of road is solved. After this road is constructed, ambulance can easily access where problems are occurred, she said. I'm very happy that the government has heard our questions. In the district, 30 kilometer road was constructed and then in a very high pressure. We have planned 20.5 kilometers, but we have constructed more than 17 different districts out of 188 kilometers planned to be constructed with a cost of 180 million birr.
Residents in Chinaksan district of East Hararghe zone of Oromia region witnessed that the conflict occurred in connection with border areas and led to displace millions of those people was not between Oromo and Somali people. Muktaraji reports.
Oromo and the Somali people, both of whom are from the family of Kush, lived together for millennia in harmony while sharing various common values and tradition. But recently, a conflict ascribed as border incident have been erupted between two brotherly people. As a result, a long-lived peaceful and lovely relationship between Oromo and Somali people was badly deteriorated. Some elders and residents of Oromo and Somali people who are living together in Chinaksan district told OBN that there is no any border conflict between Oromo and the Somali people. Abdiriali, who is from Gadabur sub-clan of Somali people, is born and is living in Chinaksan town with Jarso sub-clan of the Oromo people. He said the conflict was artificial and was deliberately declared by the group with special interest at the expense of the two people.
There is no any disagreement between Oromo and the Somali people. All Somali and Oromo people have been living together even until now. For instance, I'm Somali and live here in Chinaksan with my Oromo fellows. So the conflict was deliberately designed for other political interests by the groups of Abdi Muhammad Umar.
Haj Habib Madar is from Jarso sub-clan of the Oromo people. He said, in relationship history of the two people, border conflict was never been happened. He said, the Oromo people has been living together in harmony and peace with all the Somali sub-clans living on the border area of the two regional states.
Oromo fi Somalian, wannan danga kamnun.
We have no any conflict regarding border with all clans of our neighboring Somali, but that conflict was deliberately intensified by Abdi Ele or Abdi Muhammad. There are a lot of Somalis who are living together here in Chinaksan town. Hereafter, also, we will live together forever. No one can divide us apart.
Hussein Yunus, who is also from Jarso clan, told Owen that the artificial conflict has been escalating between Jarso and Girisab clans of the Oromo people. According to him and other elders from both sides, Girisab clan was the son-in-law of Jarso Oromo by adoption based on the Oromo Gada system long before.
Giri and Jarso are one family that have been living together. Giri is the son-in-law for Jarso Oromo. It became an Oromo Jarso clan by principle of Gada system called adoption many years before. The Jarso Oromo helps the Giri as equal as the son of itself by providing pellet of land and marrying him its own girl to sustain it to live together based on Gada system. But political system of Abdi Ile was used to divide Giri apart from us and carried such a bad damage. The Giri son of Jarso-in-law should come down and set back to the previous lifestyle we had together.
He stated that Girisab clan was departed from its elders Jarso sub-clans in Chinaksan district after the Oromo people were seriously evicted from Jijiga town due to the manufactured conflict. Idris Abdullahi, who is from Girisab clan, has blood relationship with Jarso and he is still living with them. His side, Giri clan, is fighting against their brother Jarso Oromo without any rational causes. Hussein Fato is administrator of East Hararghe zone. His side, they have been working to solve the conflict, being with the leaders of the Somali regional states.
As East Hararghe Zone administration, we have been discussing ways of solving and reconciliating the conflict around border areas along with all concerned stakeholders. Even we are trying to discuss with government of Somali regional states. Elders and Ogadas from both sides have been discussing the issue, which would be proceeded by administrators from both sides. As a result, people from both sides are returning to their previous homeland.
Dr. Tamasgen Burka is a history professor at Addis Ababa University who is also involving in a reconciliation process between the people of the two regions around the border area. Said it was not people-to-people conflict.
Conflict that we have experienced, which is catastrophic conflict, was not the people-to-people conflict. They did not have such type of. There is no reason. There is no basic reason. There is no immediate reason to help instigate conflict between these two sides. Leaders of both regions, under the leadership of Mustafa and the leadership of Abolama, they have to sit down and create a kind of consensus, a kind of landmark between the two.
Thank you so much for joining us. That's all for now. Have a good time.